Hey there, welcome to another episode of Football Everyday, coming to you live and direct from the studios here at Menara Star in PJ. My name's Nelsen as usual. Joining me today, Daryl Go and Zheng Guan, the boy in blue. Good to see you guys. Great weekend of football. I'm sure you'll agree, right, guys? So let's start with a quick one on Arsenal beating Everton by a goal to nil. I mean, Daryl, Gunners once again were indebted to who other than Robin van Persie, right?
I mean, it was a fantastic day for Arsene Wenger. He had all the old boys there celebrating their 125th anniversary, and Robin van Persie scoring a PlayStation goal. I mean, what else can you ask? And I would say Everton never has like a good game against Arsenal.
Right. And they don't look half the Everton they were over the past seasons, right? Well, Keng, over at Old Trafford, Man United put their Champions League exit behind them by thrashing Wolves 4-1, with Nani and Rooney scoring 2 apiece. Look, when it comes to bouncing back from adversity, so to speak, no one really does it better than United, right?
Yeah, that's why you call them champions or champions-elect. But I hope that's okay this year. I mean, Rooney ended a mini drought, 9 games without a goal. He scored twice. They have been going on for 1-0 wins, and 4-1 wins is good for them. But we have to see because they are currently short on depth in midfield. We never know what's going to happen. Maybe it's just one game. Who knows?
Right. Okay, well, at Anfield, Luis Suarez put his off-field problems behind him for a bit by scoring the winning goal, as Liverpool kind of laboured to a 1-0 win over Queen's Park Rangers, right, Daryl? Look, I tell you what, that QPR goalie was in top form, right? But would you say Dalglish should be happy with the result?
I mean, you would be, but I mean, to look at the fact that there were 17 corners in that game. I mean, 17 corners. Okay, some teams don't get 17 corners the whole season. I mean,
that's true.
And Liverpool just couldn't get anything from that. But thankfully, Suarez basically it was an easy goal for him. I mean, he just it's a free header. He went in, and he basically want to kick on from there. I mean, all the bad publicity, erase it and just get on with the game.
Football, right?
on the field. That's why you need any Carroll on the pitch.
Right, but I think Daryl prefers him on the bench, right? Well, meanwhile, Spurs' 11-match unbeaten run came to an end as they lost to Stoke City 2-1. Harry Redknapp has let rip at referee Chris Foy. So, Daryl, I mean, would you say it was poor refereeing that cost Spurs at least a point?
I mean, I really don't have sympathy for Spurs, but when I watched this game, I thought, man, this referee is really against them. Everything went wrong against Spurs, and there was no way Spurs was going to win this game. You could look at Adebayo's face after the game, which was just like flat on the floor there.
Maybe Chris Foy is a betting guy.
I mean, Chris Foy was the one that he was the one referee our game against QPR. So,
Right. Well, okay, speaking of unbeaten runs, Chelsea ended Manchester City's own unbeaten league run with a 2-1 win over the noisy neighbours. Keng, I can tell you're really pleased with the result and you're itching to kind of comment on it. So, I mean, what would you make of the overall performance, and would this kind of silence some of AVB's critics?
Of course, I mean, the critics have been kind of over the top. I mean, he's a young guy, he's a good manager. I think he is. He knows what he's doing, but people are a bit patient. The media in the UK is a bit impatient, so good back-to-back 3-0 victories and a 2-1 victory at Man City is a good result. And AVB has shown that he has the guts to drop the big players like Lampard, even though he's not a fan, crowd favourite.
And Torres is still on the bench,
Torres on the bench. And you bring in a young players like Romeo, and dropping Mikel. Yeah, that's a good move actually.
Daryl, was it a result you expected?
I mean, after Balotelli scored in the first minute, I thought it's going to be one of those like a why always me moments, But it was like Man City basically had a good game against Chelsea, but I mean Chelsea were basically really up for it. In the whole AVB factor, we must not lose this game. Basically, it rang true throughout the whole Chelsea team.
Chelsea deserved winners.
Yep, and I never seen them play like a team so well.
All right. Well, and 2 late goals helped Sunderland come back from a goal down to beat Blackburn 2-1, giving Martin O'Neill kind of a dream start to his Black Cats career. I mean, Daryl, during the match, a big banner was unfurled and it clearly was seen that it said, "Our season starts now." Do you think it says something about Martin O'Neill and what he'll bring to the club? I
mean, at Sunderland, they probably want to forget about all the obscure buys that Steve Bruce bought. But now Martin O'Neill is stuck with those players until January. So he's got to make do. He can't even get Asamoah Gyan back to play for Sunderland. But that 2-1 win, I mean, it was handy anyway. It's a feel-good factor.
A bit of a fluke. I mean, last-minute goals and stuff. But
what do you say about Sunderland?
Fluke or not, I suppose it's just a
new manager syndrome.
New manager syndrome. After a while, they just go back to where they belong. Starting at the bottom.
Quick word on Martin O'Neill and his appointment.
Good move, better than Steve Bruce, that's for sure.
All right, okay, well, hold on to your thoughts. We'll be right back with more football chat and banter and a look at the upcoming matches this weekend. So do stay tuned and we'll see you real soon on Football Everyday. Welcome back to Football Everyday with me, Nelsen, Daryl, and Kung. Alright guys, another mouth-watering weekend of action is upon us, So let's start at the JJB, where Wigan welcome a resurgent Chelsea. Look, Wigan have managed back-to-back away wins now, and they're going to be playing this one at home. So do you think they have every reason to be confident? Or, they're going to be finding Chelsea, who have found top gear, too much to handle?
They shouldn't be confident at all, because the last time they played a London team at home, they got whooped 4-0 by Arsenal.
Right.
So that's no cause for them to be confident.
So you don't see anything other than Chelsea win?
No, definitely not.
Right.
We are going to take this.
All right. Well, over at Loftus Road, Queen's Park Rangers play host to Man United. Daryl, City's loss to Chelsea, has left United 2 points behind City now, and Christmas is usually when United kind of go full steam ahead. So can they put a decent run together right now? And by taking 3 points?
I don't think so. QPR is really awful. Neil Warnock, I guess he has basically instilled a fighting spirit, but quality is definitely not across the board in that QPR team.
Right. So do you think United can get a run going and take 3 points?
I would say with 3 points for United.
Right. Okay. Well, meanwhile, Spurs play host to Sunderland at White Hart Lane in what should be a keen contest. Right? We spoke about Sunderland before the break. The Black Cats look kind of a renewed force a bit, while Spurs, are still reeling from that loss to Stoke. So, what are you expecting this one?
I think Spurs will still take it. They have too much quality in the attacking side. Defensively, if they can be caught off guard, but if they stick to their game plan, they should take 3 points without any much difficulties at all.
Daryl, would you agree with that? Spurs at home to Sunderland should have too much for Sunderland, right?
The feel-good factor might still be there after that whole last-minute heroics at Stadium of Light. But we look at Martin O'Neill here. He would basically want to play a very tight game. Keep everyone. Keep Spurs at bay and do a counter-attacking kind of game. But then again, with Spurs, how do you even defend against that kind of attack?
Right. Okay, so that'd be interesting to see, right? Well, at Villa Park, Liverpool face Alex McLeish's side, who themselves kind of put behind a poor run of form by coming away from Bolton with a 2-1 win last weekend, right? Daryl, after the narrow win over QPR, can you see Liverpool winning at Villa Park?
I think it's definitely going down to be. It's kind of predictable, but the whole Suarez factor is going to be very important in this kind of game. So these are kind of games that Liverpool have great difficult for them to actually try to get results from these kind of games. And the Midlands, whether it's Birmingham or Aston Villa, with Alex McLeish, it's always been a terrible time for Liverpool.
So, do you think Liverpool will take a draw?
I think it will be maybe a defeat.
Even a defeat?
Yep.
Wow.
I think it might be defeat too. Yep. They have a big hole in the middle without Lucas and all.
Right. Okay, well, and the big one this weekend, of course, takes us to the Etihad, where Manchester City play host to high-flying Arsenal. Both sides we know are good attacking forces, right? Kung, and Sami Nasri and Gail Clichy kind of know a thing or two about the Gunners. So, do you think that will give City the edge?
Well, of course, Chelsea is not. Arsenal is not Chelsea, even though they beat us at Stamford Bridge. So, in terms of defending their fouls, so I don't see why Man City can't win this at home. Yeah.
Right. Daryl,
they would want to keep their. They really would want to basically show their neighbours that they can bounce back too. And this is going to be looking like they have to, because Man United will be bringing up the neck if any slip-ups and United win, and that's it.
Right, so City would take any sort of win, right? For good measure, give me a score prediction in this one.
3-1 to Man City.
Yeah?
I'll say a 1-0.
To Man City?
Yes.
Okay, well, thanks a lot for your thoughts, guys. Before we bid you goodbye, as usual, do remember that we've launched a brand new contest, and it's available on football.thestar.com.my. Do log on, take part, because it's really easy to win monthly prizes from Tiger FC, Adidas and SenQ, on top of FA Cup final tickets, courtesy of Astro and Emirates. So, if you want to drop us an email, send it to football@thestar.com.my. Guys, pleasure, it's been as usual.
Thank you.
Till we see you next week, same time, same place on Football Everyday. It's ciao.
Ciao time.